Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is for you. My name is Justin, Coolimp, and a whole host of names. Now, even though I sound bright and cheerful, I'm still low energy, and I apologize about that. So, you're going to see another, I'm going to call it a lazy video, and that's pretty much what it is, a lazy video. Today, and we're going to cover, can the Willful Darknesses even be destroyed? Now, this is kind of one of those things where a lot of people are making assumptions, in character making assumptions, because we have no definitive proof that the Master of Masters plan will work. One of the things I asked myself beforehand is, of course, can they be destroyed? And is Mom just wrong that you can kill one? Much less all of them. Now, I want to point out, first and foremost, this is a speculation theory video, first and foremost. Wow, I know how to speak. So as we proceed, grain of salt, everything that I'm saying here. There's very little evidence to support that he does know or doesn't know, but we'll get that here in a moment. And of course, that's my first point. Does the Master of Masters have any real evidence that it will work? And I don't think he does. I think this is an assumption based on some experiment he may or may not have done in the past. Because if there's 13 Willful Darknesses, how did he destroy one and did it come back? If I were to make any assumption, I would say he has done something with a willful light. It could also be that the assumption is that if the Heartless are able to be destroyed when they have a physical form, maybe a more powerful form of darkness is able to be destroyed as well. And that seems to be my first assumption that I think that Mom is working off. You can destroy a Heartless, so you can destroy a Willful Darkness. They're the same thing in essence. And we get back to, and this is more of a philosophy point, a philosophical point than anything else. But I don't think they can be destroyed. I think as long as there's going to be light, there's going to be dark. And that's what makes the reality inside the reality that Quadratum exists within so interesting, because light and darkness don't seem to have any real effect, which means at some point they were able to banish it, or dark side of Kingdom Hearts and it's not blessed with magic. And it could be that darkness is a lot how Rick Riordan wrote the Monsters and the Percy Jackson books, where they're basically a primordial essence and it will reform over time. So even if you are able to destroy it, a really good example is the Minotaur in the Percy Jackson books. In the first book, Percy kills the Minotaur and takes his horn as a prize. And I think it was the fifth book, the Battle of Manhattan. It was a battle on a bridge. He comes across the Minotaur again and dispatches him even quicker because he's practically immortal at that point. The Willful Darknesses may be much the same, wherein they can be dispersed, but they reform at a later period of time. With Mom bringing the Willful Darknesses over to the dark side of Kingdom Hearts, again, my own personal theory, in a place with no power or light, will this prevent them from reforming? And that's kind of where we get into that whole blessed by magic thing that I've talked about before, where this could be a side effect of it. Because even at the beginning of this trailer, we can see it's seeming to have a problem forming. Darkseid in the past has never had a problem just popping out and going pound you in your face on critical mode. This might be a part of the real question. Without the power of light or the power of dark, any power brought to the side, this side of Kingdom Hearts, this may be the primary goal. Destroy the Willful Darknesses on the dark side of Kingdom Hearts, and it cannot gain any power there. So if you disperse it, it remains dispersed. It doesn't reform. Now, to end this out, I do want to really emphasize this is a stretch of a theory. It's heavy in speculation, and based off of my other theories, it's layered, and I want to admit this relies on everything else to be true first, then stacking more and more and more on top of it. And that's where we kind of get into this point with some of these theories about what's going on here. Take this dark side, for example. It doesn't seem to be forming out of just darkness. It seems to be accumulating its energy out of something else. And there's parts of it where you can actually see through it, meaning that it doesn't seem like it's just made out of darkness. So all of these things may be the goal. We just don't know yet. With that said, I do want to say hopefully in the next few weeks I'll start feeling better and we'll start seeing more energetic videos out of me where I actually do some editing. Other than that, I do want to say good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time of day it is be for you. And may joy be to every last one of you.